Hello. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is David. I've started this. This is really going to be a sort of, video journal, video log for myself. But I want to put this one out there just to have it out there in the world. And yeah. So, what is this? What am I doing here? So, I've been playing World of Warcraft since Classic. I played mostly through Wrath and Pandaria were two of my favorite ones, although we did play through Classic. I did play through TBC. And played a little bit through Draenor. Kind of fell off a little bit there. Played a lot in Legion. Fell off again kind of towards the end of Battle for Azeroth. And really didn't play much of Shadowlands. I mean, got to the end of it, but was about it. But then, there it is. Dragonflight. I love dragons. Dragons are my thing. I've always loved dragons. I want to see if I can switch to playing a Drakthir as my main, because I think they look awesome. I think it's cool. I think this is great. And what we're doing right here, this is my attempt to rediscover World of Warcraft. So, it's kind of just a blog for myself. I'm going to put it out there. If anybody else wants to follow along, that would be great. But really, this is me trying to approach World of Warcraft from, like as if you were a new player. Like you're just going into it. What is this world going to be like to you? What's the experience going to be like? And even though, I'm pretty familiar with about everything for World of Warcraft lore, I've read most of the books. Haven't actually read Dawn of the Aspects yet, but I haven't. It's, the audiobook. I'll be listening to it very soon. But the point of this was to record myself going through and actually reading every quest. And by every quest, I mean start a level 1 character. In this case, I'm going to essentially be like recreating my main. I played a Night Elf Druid. I love Night Elves. I love Druids. I love the Alliance. There's nothing wrong with the Horde. The Horde are awesome. I just personally like the aesthetic of the Alliance. I have a high-level Horde, Hunter. Think that's great. This is just wanting to rediscover this for myself. So, I'm starting a Night Elf Druid. I'm going to play from the beginning, throw Shadowglen instead of the Exile's Reach, and just see how the story goes by actually reading all of the quest text, recording myself going through it, like with fresh eyes. Like every time, we all do it. You get to the quest, you just click through the quest and be like, gotta go. I actually want to just absorb into it. So I'm gonna try and just really record that, put this out here so that I can have it, the full experience from it. So, yeah. Without further ado, let's get started. And hopefully, the frickin' hopefully the sound works this time. I kept having trouble with the microphone. That's my main druid right there. I've been with Shira. She and I have been adventuring together for years and years and years and years and years. And I am starting over. And we're going to see how this goes. So, let's go. Love that music.
After years of imprisonment within the Emerald Nightmare, Archdruid Malfurion Stormrage has finally returned to the mortal world. Reunited with his love, Tyrande Whisperwind, Malfurion endeavors now to heal the corrupted world tree Teldrassil and rejuvenate the spirit of the Night Elf people. Yet as the great cataclysm shakes the boughs of their colossal tree, the Night Elves brace themselves against the coming storm. As war and destruction close in from all sides, it falls to Night Elves like you to stand strong and protect the enduring legacy of your people.
All right. So one of the things that I was looking forward to as well is experiencing this new user interface. So that's what turned off all of my add-ons. I had dozens of add-ons, I'm sure everybody does, but I wanted to turn off all of the add-ons and see, everything's set to yeah. Okay. To try and get used to this new UI concept here. Yeah. Now, this does mean that I have heirlooms, which I will be using, but not because I'm like trying to level faster, but that I'm going to be going through. I'm going to be doing every quest. So this isn't like I'm going to be missing anything. But this will just make it easier. I won't have to think too much about gearing. And of course, once I get to max level, it'll be so much, easier to go through and plow through all the quests and all that. And I'm not gonna go too crazy on this character with like like professions or like farming reps or stuff like that. I might do some of them. I won't say that I won't do any of them, but I will try my best as soon as I can. I'll transmog that silly staff away. But yeah, no, I'll try my best to just focus this character just on lore and really, really sinking into the lore of it. So, let's see, I named her Suzuhara. My other druid's name's Shirahime. You'll notice the theme there if you've ever watched Angelic Lair. I love that anime. I legitimately think it's one of the best animes in the world because it doesn't have world-ending destruction or teenagers use the power of friendship to kill God. It's just a really cool story with a really cool setting. And I loved the characters. I loved the names. Although naming a druid Ice Princess in retrospect seemed kind of, well, whatever. I do say this about this new UI. I love that it's just back, like out of the way. I think one of the best things, or I think one of the philosophies of UI development is the less get it out of your way, the better. So that's pretty cool. But it's going to take some time getting used to playing it that way. All right, enough of my. I'll shut up now. All right. Lane. This guy is Lane. That's his name. It says so right there. The balance of nature. Greetings, Suzuhara. I am Lane. My purpose in Shadow Glen is to train young druids like you and to ensure that the balance of nature is maintained. Balance. That's me. I'm a balanced druid. Love it. I did healing. I will do it again. The spring rains were particularly heavy this year, causing some of the forest's beasts to flourish while others suffered. Unfortunately, the night sabers grew too large, and they will devastate the other populations if they are not culled. Journey forth, young druid, and thin saber populations so that nature's harmony will be preserved. You betcha. Turn off nameplates, because I don't like those. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, that's another thing I gotta turn off. I hate that personal resource display. Although, I'll give it a chance. I'll leave it there. I do miss some of my add-ons, but we will wait and see how this plays out. Loved Altaholic because I am an Altaholic. I loved Titan Panel because it just had all kinds of useful stuff that you could put up there. You know, some of the other typical ones, Rare Finder and Recount. Damage meter. I don't know if anybody uses Recount anymore. DBM. It's funny. For the longest time, I was like, I don't even know what the game looks like without DBM. It's going to be so weird if that one doesn't get updated. Or however they're going to do it. Because, I mean, a lot of people use, like, weak auras. And I had it installed, but I couldn't for the life of me figure out what to do with it, so I don't know. I should have watched a tutorial on it. Alright, Lane. The balance of nature. You performed your duties well, Suzahara. Well, thank you. Yay! Fell moss corruption. You seem to know what you're doing. Yeah. Perhaps I can task you with something a little more important. As you may well know, the corruption in Teldrassil was supposedly wiped away. Yet something lingers. The creatures have not calmed, and all manner of problems still plague us. I need you to deal with the Grelkin that have gathered to the west, and while you're there, I want you to search them for fell moss. This will help me determine from where this continuing corruption stems. And this guy... also. Demonic thievery, vicious little Grell. They've been stealing from our food stores again. If you wouldn't mind lending a hand, they are sure to have my stolen bags within their camps to the west. I would be glad to reward you if you bring them back to me. Well, all right. Now, I'm going to, just for a moment, I'm going to pause this. So, 1 second. Oh, okay. So, went and did a check real quick, just to make sure, and it seems like it's working. So let's continue on. Those sound problems were really annoying. It turned out it was like using your graphics card to do noise canceling was like canceling all the sound from my microphone whenever I launched a game. So it was like, okay, never mind. I may have to, we'll have to look into that. Ooh, nice. Anyway, it seems to be working now. Goodness willing, it will continue. Was that? Yeah, okay. Alright. One little baggie. 1, little 2, little 3, little baggies. This is definitely not creepy and weird. You just walk around here and take your bags. What's in them? He said food stuff, but I don't know. He looked kind of shifty. What do you think? Love the music in this place. I would like for this to be an example of how you can definitely play this game, have fun, and you don't need a whole bunch of add-ons. Because some people, I swear, they doesn't even look like World of Warcraft. They're playing it. All right. Melthirel Staghelm. I don't have any spare supplies for my customers until my stolen goods are recovered. Have you had any luck? Continue. Elune be praised. And you as well, young druid. Gee, thanks. There are many young night elves in need of these, but I'd be more than happy to give you one of the bags as a reward. I'm sure it will come in handy. Safe travels to you. Yay, bag space. This is handy AF. I love that. So you can just hide that and be like, oh, look, we got bag space now. And I heard people complaining about these buttons down here, that they're all just gray and plain, but they're so small and out of the way. That's what you want, right? I love, you know. Hey, Lane. Fell moss corruption. Satisfy my suspicions. Well, I'll try. Suzahara, bring to me fell moss from the Grelkin. Here you go. Your service to the creatures of Shadow Glen is worthy of reward, Suzahara. You confirmed my fears, however. The Grelkin are still tainted by fell moss, despite Teldrassil's blessing. Something sinister remains within the tree. I can only hope that the Gnarlpine tribe of Furbolgs are free of the corruption, or we are still in grave danger. I will look into this further and contact those who might be of aid. Thank you, Druid. Canopy leggings. Healing herbs. Yay, another level. Healing herbs go there. And Priestess of the Moon. Perhaps you'd be willing to aid us in further pursuing the corruption haunting Shadowglen. Dentaria Silverglade, Priestess of the Moon, has offered to aid us. You should find her between the two pools just north of our great tree. Circle around the tree to reach her and offer her any help that you can, young druid. Okie day. Healing ability goes there. And off we go. I know that I'm not very well lit up right now. I'll have to do something about the lighting in here. This is a very early setup. I'll be getting some things going. I don't know exactly what yet, but I'll work on it. For now, I turned it off because it looked weird, but I'll turn that back on because maybe gives some ambient light if it doesn't. Yep. I hope that's. Alright. Not too distracting, I hope. Alright. Let's see here. Priestess of the Moon. It is good that you've come. It seems your training progresses quickly. Complete quest. Our friend Iveron has fallen to poison from the nearby webwood spiders. I can tend to him to keep his state from deteriorating, but I need someone to gather an ingredient to prepare him an antidote. I'm dyslexic AF, by the way, so just bear with me. All around the ponds, you should find moon petal lilies. These flowers have great healing properties, and I can use them with the ingredients I already have to restore Averon to better health. Would you gather them for me? There should be many just in sight of here, near the water's edge. You betcha. Picking flowers. Which I do most of the time on my druid, because Herby Alky is an awesome combination. I love the crafting in this game is great. I really wish we could do more of it. I kind of wish that the crafting in World of Warcraft would be more like the jobs in Final Fantasy, where you could just be like, I'm going to be an herbalist and put on your herb kicking gloves, and you're like, screw it, I'm going to be a miner and just pick up a pickaxe. And I'm going to be a blacksmith or a leather worker or whatever. You just put the tool in your hand and ta-da! 7 lilies.
Goddess bless you.
Our dear friend is not doing well, even with my mending. Have you brought the supplies I required? Averon's antidote. These will do perfectly. Thank you, Suzahara. Your swiftness is appreciated. Oh, you're welcome. I must, in the woodland protector. I must ask something more dangerous of you. Averon's poison is cured, but it will take some time for him to recover. Well, poor guy. I must ask something more dangerous of you, Strange. Strange news has traveled to me through the whisperings of the forest spirits. I see I see ghosts. The mysterious woodland protector, Tarandrella, has returned to Shadowglen again. The Dryad's presence has not been felt in the forests since before the blessing of Teldrassil. Something is surely amiss if she has journeyed back to this land. Seek out Tarandrella in the Shadow Thread Cave. Seek out Tarandrella in the Shadow Thread Cave to the north. It is dangerous, but we will be prepared with this antidote just in case. Well, so long as you've got the antidote, I guess I'll go neck deep into a pit of spiders. Don't mind me. And off we go. Shadow Thread Cave. Oh, there you are. You've come to help, Druid. Let us stay together for a while. You say so. The Woodland Protector. I see you found me, young Night Elf. Dentara was wise to have sent you. Hey. Put that there. I'd hoped to never return to Teldrassil for such grim business. I'd hoped that its corruption had been wiped away completely. Something foul lingers. These spiders suffer much more deeply from the corruption than the other nearby wildlife. They are becoming a danger to our people and a danger to the forest. We must thin their numbers, but more importantly, we need to find the source of the corruption that plagues them. I will come with you and aid you in this. All right, let's go. Kill spiders! I wish that our druid ability, the one where we can summon trees, I wish we could like glyph it to look like that or something. That would be so cool. I would like lashers instead of little treants. They are surely unredeemable, but they're surely unredeemable, but it still hurts to see them die. Yeah. I mean, as a druid, I get it. Spiders are okay. Spiders are cool. Don't think I would want to be in a cave with spiders that, you know, if you look at this thing, like in proportions to your character, I mean, the thing's coming up to her frickin' knees. That's like a pretty big frickin' dog-sized spider. That's, you know, yeah, about that. I really hope that those, mouse clicks aren't coming through. I have an arm, a mic arm in the works. All right, let's go. My dear friends, I'm so sorry. Aw. She doesn't like killing nature's creatures. My goodness, look at the fur texture. Wow, that is detailed. Wow. They really upped the textures on these things. That is so cool. I am so glad to see that World of Warcraft is like keeping up with stuff like that. That is so great. Wetwood corruption. This corruption these spiders suffer from is not simply surface deep. It cannot be magic or subtle malintent. It is bred into them. It seems our next task is clear. I'll take the staff because it's more expensive. And then here, the same. You get to choose these same rewards, but it's actually a glitch. Vile touch. If these spiders are born with corruption in their veins, then their broodmothers must be. Hey, get back here! This totem has been corrupting the eggs. What are you doing? She ran away. Let us make our way to the... Let's see. Born with corruption in their veins, their broodmother must be at the root of this evil. Let us make our way to the far north end of this cave and seek out Githlis, the Vile. The answers we seek lie with her. Okay. Well, there she is. That's a big frickin' spider. That thing's like the size of a small horse. This totem has been corrupting the eggs. It seems a greater threat looms. The gnarl pine remain tainted by something most foul. Oh, that's what we were hoping wouldn't be the case.
What is nature's call?
Githis and her brood were being corrupted by this totem. This is a furbog totem. This is very troubling indeed. This means the gnarl pines are still a danger to these forests. We let our guard down too soon. Darn. Take that belt.
Hi.
Yay! Signs of things to come. I will pursue the trail of the gnarl pine and track this corruption to its source. If you ever encounter a thunderous bear mantle in Dolinar, he knows intimately of the problems that plague this forest, and he can direct you on how to help further. I am sure we will meet again with time. Perhaps you can aid me in dealing with the source of this corruption once I locate it. For now, I will take you back to Dentera, so that you may finish your training. Thank you for all that you have done, Suzuhara. Okay. Whee! Shapeshifting. I know all about shapeshifting. I'm a kitty. Get rid of that. And here we go. Signs of things to come. You've returned. It's good to see you. It seems that you've dealt with the source of much of the corruption in Shadowglen. Teldrassil still suffers and will need attention, but we can afford a moment or two for you to finish your training here in Shadowglen. Teldrassil, Crown of Azeroth. As part of a ritual to complete your training here in Shadowglen, you must learn about our ancient history. There is a task you must perform. Go to the Moonwell to our northeast and retrieve a phial of its water. While there, you will witness a glimpse of our magics and learn of our past. When you are done there, bring the water back to me, and I will direct you further. Okay. The Moonwell is to the northeast, on the other side of the pool, and up the hill. Hi. Yay. Yay. Much has changed for our people since the Battle of Mount Hyjal. Nordrassil lies a pale shadow of what it once was, its power used to defeat Archimonde and drive back the Burning Legion. Our immortality, the very essence of our beings, was lost. The betrayer was freed from his prison, and Shando's storm rage disappeared into the Emerald Dream. A dark time for all. It's interesting, I do believe that Shando is a title. Like leader of the druids or supreme druids. The shade of the Kaldari closes its eyes and fades away. Okay. Oh, hey, look at this. Iveron's up. I hear I have you to thank for helping to cure me. Thank you, truly. Well, ain't that nice? Our recent history is fraught with strife and violence. There is still much with which we must come to terms. Can't believe I got that. Continue. Well done, Suzuhara. You have one task left for you before you depart Shadowglen for the open wilds of Teldrassil. Precious waters. Teneron's Storm Grip oversees all that happens in this glade. He presides at the top of Aldrassil. If you look to your south, you will see the underside of the ramp that leads up to him. Ascend this ramp and complete your training. It was wonderful to have met you, Suzuhara. I swell with pride knowing that among young night elves there are some so selfless and full of life as you are. You will do great things for your people, for our people. You will do great things for this world. Until we meet again. The ramp up to Aldrassil is just in sight over there. Circle around and find Teneron up top. You got it. And away we go. Tracking. Boards, humans, okay. And someone's whispering me. How do you have a mount at level 1? Oh, it is an heirloom mount. Let's see. No problem. There we go. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful to have Shando Stormrage back. What do you say? Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful to have Shando Stormrage back, but this is all really suspicious. What happened to Fandral? Shh, somebody's here. Hey guys, how you doing? Hi. Yeah. Funny. Because what happened to Fandral? He went a little nuts! Kind of lost his mind. Greetings, Druid. The Moonwill holds the waters of the Well of Eternity, the ancient source of magic that has wrought so many horrors upon our world. The Druids take advantage of its properties, the Sentinels revere the wells as shrines to Elune, and now even the returning Highborn look to the wells longingly. So you have heard the first part of the aftermath of the Battle of Mount Hyjal. There is much more for you to learn, and the task you have begun here will continue throughout the rest of your journeys through Teldrassil and into Darnassus. Teldrassil, passing awareness. While there is more I could speak to you of the Moonwells and of Teldrassil, I must send you along. Korathras Moonrage will be expecting you. I have poured the vial of water you brought to me into this vessel to bring to him. Seek out Korathos. You will find him at the Moonwell in Dolinar. Follow the road south from Aldrassil, out of Shadowglen, and continue to follow the cobblestones as the road turns west. Mind you stay on the road, though, Suzuhara. There are dangerous beasts in the forests of late. Take with you the blessings of the Wild's embrace. May it make your descent from Aldrassil more direct. Which is a way of saying, we know you're just going to jump off of this tree, so why don't we just give you slow fall? And going down. First achievement. Yay. That's always nice. Oh, here's another quest. Porthanius. Right, this dude. Greetings, young druid. Can you offer me aid? I have a package of herbs that I must deliver to the town of Dolinar, but I still have business with the druids of Shadowglen and cannot yet leave. Can you deliver this package for me? It must be sent to innkeeper Keldramar at the Dolinar Inn. It lies along the road to the south. You betcha. Go in there anyway. And away we go. I know they said to stick to the path, but I can't. I can't help it. Whee! What is this? Zen Foulhoof. What could possibly go wrong here? Don't touch me! I love this guy. I love this guy. Eager for work, I see. Luckily for you, a day never goes by that I don't wish I had a fledgling druid to perform my bidding. You see, Suzahara, I can make you very happy and provide you with things you never dreamed of having, but in order for that to happen, you must bring me certain items. My business in the forest often requires certain reagents. Fetch for me night saber fangs, sturgeon elf feathers, and swatches of webwood spider silk. Let's keep this our little secret, Night Elf. Sure. Okay. Now we need cat fangs and bird feathers. Let's see. There's a bird. There's another one.
I need to target something first. I don't have a target.
Okay. Kitty.
I need to target something first.
Whoa, what? War-torn hand grips. Okay.
I need to get closer.
Come here, you.
I need a target.
Okay.
I don't have a target.
Let's see here. I just need kitties, then. Wait, no, up this way. Peace Bloom. I don't know if I want to do a craft on this one. I might. I don't think it would make for good, entertainment as far as watching, because like the whole point of this is to see all the quests, not me running around grinding professions or reps or stuff like that. So I may not. I may pick up like maybe just gathering professions, maybe just like herbalism and skinning, and just as I go by stuff, I can pick it up and skin it and herb it and whatever. Maybe off camera, I can grind the skills up high enough to make them useful in certain areas, because it's always handy to have that stuff. You can just sell it and make gold, or feed it to your other crafters. Alright. Zen Falhoof must be closer. Have you been a busy little bee, Suzahara? I've been waiting for you to bring me what I need. Haha, well done indeed. Who would ever have guessed that I, Zin Falhoof, would have a night elf to do my bidding? Certainly not me, but so it goes. This beloved world of ours is full of surprises. 3 cheers to the naive and gullible. Inventory's full. Ugh. Alright, hold on. I can get rid of something. I can get rid of spider hair. I don't need those. You again? Couldn't you have given me the bag first? There. Well, I have inventory space. And these things, which I'll put there. That's weird. That's not weird at all. Oops. Off we go. Hey! I'm not the only one with a heirloom mount. What do you know? Dolinar! The sweet town of Dolinar. Alright. First, let's go here and sell some of this junk, because I need bag space. Small eggs, light feathers. Malachite. Alright.
My goods are the
Your body looks worn and your spirit weary. Rest yourself beneath our roof, and allow a loon to guide your dreams. Dolinar delivered. Let me make this. What can I do in an inn? When you stay in an inn, you rest very comfortably. Because of this, you will become well rested much more quickly than you would in the wilderness. When you're well rested, you learn more from your experience. You may also speak with an innkeeper to get Hearthstone, and later use the Hearthstone in order to quickly return to the inn.
careful.
Yep. So make this inn my home. Yes.
The stars
Yep.
greeting.
Dolinar delivery.
Next we meet.
How might I be of service to you, young one? Are you here to rest in the inn? Do you require a Hearthstone?
Good luck.
Continue. Ah, yes, the delivery of herbs from the Shadowglen. It's a shame Porthonless. Wow. Could not bring it himself, for we have much to discuss, he and I. But I'm glad, could it be how to pronounce his name? Because that's what I need to discuss with him. But I'm glad to get the herbs nonetheless, and I am glad you came. While you are here, please rest yourself. Heroes must keep their strength and spirits high, and must find rest and solace whenever they may. For to neglect one's peace and body and a mind is a sure path to failure. So, rest. I'll take the water. Thank
Goddess
you.
watch over
And what did he say? Sentinel Kira Storm Song. Some of our huntresses have already made their way to Banthiel Barrowed Inn. They will find you when you get inside. Go and speak to them. Speak to Sitier to secure a ride there. Oh, okay. What do we have here? Let me see something. I have a feeling. Am I missing something? No, I am not. Wait. There's supposed to be a ghosty that shows up here. Let's see. Okay.
greeting.
Greetings, Druid. For what purpose do I owe the pleasure of our meeting? Continue.
May the stars
Ah, I see you were sent by Teneron. Well, then, it would seem we have much to talk about, much to do. Before we get to the task at hand, you should take in the lessons of this Moonwell.
good luck, friend.
Shade of the Kaldor Eye smiles at you knowingly as it approaches. With Malfurion Stormrage gone, the Druids were left in disarray and in desperate need of a new leader. Archdruid Fandral Staghelm roused the Druids and convinced the Circle of Ancients in Darkshore that it was time for our people to rebuild. In an effort to regain immortality for our people, and with the approval of the Circle, Staghelm and the most powerful Druids grew Teldrassil, upon whose boughs you now stand. Though we have our new home, our immortal lives have not been restored. He closes his eyes and fades away. Teldrassil, the refusal of the aspects. Let me tell you more of the task you must complete. The Druids in Darnassus use the water of the moon wells of Teldrassil and their moon... The Druids in Darnassus use the water of the moon wells of Teldrassil, and their moon well must be replenished from time to time. Using these specially crafted files, you can collect the water of the moon wells. Oh. Take this vessel to the Moonwell outside of Starbreeze Village to the east and fill it with some of its waters. Then return to me. Pay heed to the lessons of the Moonwells, lest we find ourselves furthering our shortcomings.
Farewell.
Okay. Starbreeze Village, not here. Okay. Alright. What other quests do we have here? Down here, what do we got? Cooking trainer, cooking supplies. What do you want?
Feel free to browse.
Welcome to Dolinar, Druid. Let me know if you need any recipes or basic cooking ingredients. What you have for sale? What do I got? I need to put that there. Yeah. Fresh water, simple flour, mild spices, bunch of other stuff.
Farewell.
Reminders of home.
Be careful.
A friend of mine, Sister Aquin, is training to be a priestess of the moon in Darnassus. She left Dolinar to study in the temple last year. Her letters say she is doing well and learning much, but she misses home and her old friends. I've put together a book of her favorite recipes from Dolinar. If you have time, would you take them to her in Darnassus? You can rent a hippogriff from Fidelio. He's in the center of town, just across from the inn. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Don't know if I want to do cooking or fishing or archaeology or any of the other... What was the other one? Cooking, fishing, archaeology? Oh, yeah, that's right. You can't do first aid anymore. A Thadris bear mantle. Oh, hey, it's this bear mantle guy. All right. A troubling breeze. A troubling breeze blows through the forest. Georlis Talvarin serves as Great Warden to the hibernating druids of the Talon in the Ben Ethel Barrowden. His duty as the chosen protector of the sleeping is to ensure their safety so that their pact with Ysera remains fulfilled. But word comes from Georlis that now delayed and but word from Georlis is now delayed, and I grow nervous. Travel east to the Starbreeze village and bring back a report from Georlis so that I can put my worries to rest, knowing my dreaming brethren slumber safely. Okay. Cereal Bladeleaf. Seek redemption. Uh-oh. The Council of the Forest has news that you aided Zen Fellhoof. The satyr is an enemy of the forest. As a night elf, you should know better than to defile the forest by killing nature's creatures. You must redeem yourself in the eyes of the Council if you wish to remain a friend of Teldrassil. Teach Fellhoof a lesson, and you shall be redeemed. Fell cones are corrupted seeds that fell from the tree. They billow with green smoke. Give some to Fellhoof. He'll think you have brought him a harmless snack.
Goddess, watch over.
Okay. Tal on Kai. Talonki. Talonkai? Swift root. That's an oxymoron. Roots don't move. Okay. The Emerald Dreamcatcher. I was once given an Emerald Dreamcatcher from Georlis Talvarin, the Warden of the Druids in the Ben Ethel Barrowden. This powerful amulet is able to siphon energy from the Emerald Dream, bestowing luck upon those who carry it. Sadly, I have not been able to retrieve it from my dresser in Starbreeze Village. Although Starbreeze was once a tranquil place, it has now succumbed to the corruption of the Furbog that reside there. Perhaps you'd be willing to recover my Dreamcatcher, Druid? Sure. Why not? Mondays. I love it. All right. So... Interesting. All right, I think in the interest of not making this too long and too boring, I'm going to cut this here. I'm going to do some things, probably get this one some bags, because it's in bag space, and some gold to cover some expenses. And maybe... okay. Yeah, do some things like that, but I won't advance any of these quests. If I do any farming or leatherworking or any stuff like that, I'll do it off camera because there's no sense in recording that kind of stuff. And what have you. But I don't have an upload schedule. I don't have a plan to do this on a weekly or daily or whatever basis. I have no idea how or when I'm going to be uploading this stuff, but I will try to upload it regularly. So, yeah. Again, thank you for coming along. If you stuck around this long. See you next time. Bye.